into your rooms. All right, you all wake up in your rooms. One of you or some of you are particularly inebriated or dealing with the hangover.
I'm 6 seconds later. I'm good.
In John's case, he
Yeah,
actually
straight.
was lightly buzzed, which really shouldn't be too crazy for him.
Yeah, no. With your constitution, no, it's fine.
With
Yeah.
his constitution and the time he spent drinking with dwarven miners.
Anywho, you are in the tavern of which you bought out within Bedrock Keep. What would you like to do?
Hair of the dog first.
What?
I'm gonna have some hair of the dog. That means I'm gonna drink.
I see. So you go into Texas's room and start chewing hair off the wolves.
You know, I'm gonna go downstairs since we still. I'm assuming it's like for 24 hours. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part.
I'm gonna go down there. I'm just gonna like. I woke up. I'm gonna take a couple of shots and then I'm gonna try to ring Juris on the messaging stone.
You'd find
All right.
John sitting down at the bar.
All right, you do ring her. What would you like to say? Because you have to send the message first.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be like, morning.
No response.
Fuck. I'm gonna send one more message. Because
Okay.
hold on, like I had said I had given her like some vague stuff, like just be like, hey, we're related.
No. You conveyed that pretty solidly.
Mm-hmm.
When.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember. Like, it's been a minute, so that's why.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So we're like, is Dad still alive?
At this point, you get a sending message back. The commander is still alive. He's still recovering. Don't refer to him as
She
Dad
says
in my
recovering,
presence
I'm
ever
like,
again. Yeah.
When she says recovering, I'm gonna send one back. From the fight or from you?
From the fight. I'm not abused, unlike someone.
I'd never physically hit or abused.
At this point, John
Hey.
grabs some wine.
And I'm going back and forth, like sending messages. It's pretty much you're like, hey, I only found out like a week ago. I think it was about a week ago in game, right?
Yeah, it was about a week ago.
And
what?
It's not like I was holding on to this big secret. And
yeah. And you get the response, "Oh, a week ago. I found out about it about 5 weeks ago."
You.
To be fair, she's been around him a lot more.
No, I know, but I'm also thinking, I'm like, now I don't feel bad.
I didn't find out about you until last night.
I'm gonna send one back. I'm gonna be like, surprise!
Because John will do that, he walks over with a bottle of wine and a couple glasses, just plops down in front of Eric.
Alright, at this point, you get another message, and I'm going to whisper it to you.
Oh god, I'm scared now. I'm legitimately nervous.
And it's in a different voice. Let's see here, one second. But from the same stone. Just got to.
You trying to find my name?
Bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. Bicycle. Sorry, that's going through my head now, and I can't get it out.
Also, God, I was gonna ask you something because you told me, but my character doesn't know, so I can't say anything. Like, I'm not gonna meta.
Yep.
How do they? Would she know without Is there any sort of like, hey, I'm late. Do I go to a cleric and see and like they have me, they wave a stick and I pee on like You know, a gold coin or something.
Oh, for that?
Yeah.
That you find out the old-fashioned way, as in, oh, shit, look at that.
Awesome.
So nobody knows now. You get this message. 1 second.
There's some seers that can see the future just freaking out right now.
Why are things changing so drastically?
No, it's not that. I'd be. Oh God, why?
Oldemar, God.
Oldemar is
Oldemar is just dying,
Oldemar smiles
like,
you,
laughing.
smiles upon you. Yes.
It's like, oh, this is gonna be fucking fun.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, John's just sitting there drinking wine. So, how's this going?
Yeah. Like, well, Dad's still alive, so that's good.
That's good. Looks around like, wait,
He's coming down the stairs.
Oh my God! I'm taking the bottle now. I'm just fucking.
So I'm just gonna look at you. Bad news? As he drinks the bottle.
I'm just like, no. Just drink away the memory. Drink away the memories. Inebriation. I'm just gonna be like, oh God, no. And then I'm like,
It licks its eye.
I'm not sure if he was petting me or the.
The lizard licks its eye looking at you guys.
It's a big version of Celestial. Oh, you know, he has the amulet on. Never mind.
You get another message.
It's really hard to read with your voodoo.
Name being all.
Sorry.
And with that,
Hold on.
I'm thinking, I'm like, more than likely. Like, because, oh yeah, Kieran doesn't know, does he?
Oh no, Kieran knows now.
Oh, okay. Well, then Kieran should know anything is, technically.
Yeah, at this point, fucking wizards. So that happens.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be.
Roll a fortitude save for the amount of stuff you're chugging.
Yeah, I'm just fucking.
I mean, in John's case, he's just having
You're fine.
glass.
I finally come downstairs.
You see your captain chugging just a bottle of wine.
I think you may have got some very disturbing news.
Oh. That's not good. Is he gonna be okay? Should we worry?
I'm just gonna be like, hey, John, you know how you felt when you saw Trixus do the torture trick? Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Yeah.
At this point, Trixus comes down and says, "I remember. Isn't that right, Puggy? We did the thing, and we promised not to do it again."
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where are we headed?
At that point, John drinks the last half of the wine in one go. Just like, nope.
So I finished a bottle. I'm just literally gonna like pull up the map and put the bottle to hold at one of the fucking corners.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna be like, okay. we'll finish some stuff up in town,
Mhm.
grab a cart, and then the closest next place is because Tangier on the map.
Yep, Tangier's on the map.
We can head there, and then because Drayden's are going to be our last stop. But at least we can get some more information and start working on this side of the country.
Okay, sounds good to me. Not heading up to Horton. I'll hit it.
We'll hit it. Yep. No, it's on the. It's on the.
Fine.
Well, no, we're heading. We'll head up there soon. I promise. I told you I'd help you find your mom, and I'm gonna keep my word.
So, what are you doing in the rest of the city now?
We're gonna we hand wave the deal thing. We're grabbing a cart.
Right, roll a gather information check actually for it, real quick.
Okay, 1 second. Should I roll it or should I just use my bullshit ability and take a 42?
Yeah, 42 will do it. You spot a dwarf. In fact, you spot a couple.
I'll go up to. I'm gonna start talking to him and just like pretty much what we were talking about. Like just start working on like getting raw materials brought over to the Emporium so we can circle them back to the library. And then like we'd pay them, you know, and
No, that's already been done.
oh, okay. For the cart then, like honestly, we just need like a halfway decent cart, and then like yeah, that's not. Then like any information they can tell me about Tangira.
About Tangier? Oh, easy enough with for your gather information. They'll tell you that Tangira was once the home of conjuration magics. However, that's died down recently. Now it is the biggest producers of armor, of defense and armor. Let's see. You taking the minus for avoiding suspicion?
Oh yeah, I
Right. So actually make a roll for that.
okay.
Yeah, I wanna double check.
Works for me. 1 second. Sorry, I had to go back over to skills. I was just doing taking my monies.
Okay. That's the minus 20. That is. Let's see. You know that in Tangiera currently there is a group of demon hunters that have sprouted up very recently. Let's see. Just to get rid of literally the creatures of the abyss. Let's see. It has transferred a good portion of its soldiers over to the front. Like a lot of the soldiers that would be defending the city are now away just due to its lack of proximity to the actual war itself. And other than that, it's a huge fucking city.
Alright. So
there's not much unless you're looking for very specific information.
yeah, it's more just general because I'm not sure like both in character and out of character. For
there's currently a ban on summoning.
I don't think anybody here is actually summoners, were you?
Nope. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. So.
Yeah. This thing I got to summon creatures not familiar, but that's constantly there.
Yeah, that's not a conjuration.
Yeah, it's just really a creature. So
Anything else
yeah,
you
just don't summon shit.
Yeah, just don't summon shit.
What happens if you do you like go to jail?
Yeah, you'll either get a fine or you will go to you'll be thrown into a prison for the night.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure if you summon undead or a demon, they just kill you.
You don't know.
No, that was just for me fucking
Just
with
gotta have
Amber.
it on fire.
yeah.
I summon a stinking cloud.
Ew.
Creature, you can't throw me in jail.
So, anything else you'd like to do before you head off?
Not that I can think of.
Not that I can think of myself either.
All right.
So we dealt with a lot of it
Yeah, last session.
Yeah.
last session, and then like out of
On the road again.
Yep.
And I already informed you that the Sidewinder was in Tangier.
yeah.
Okay, so it will take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to get there. Because long distance.
We got food and
Yeah, you got that's that. Don't even worry about that. Let's see. So, as you get past the relatively rolling, now it's starting. The hills start to crest a bit here. Oh, that there. The hills start to crest a bit. It gets a bit more of a rolling hill area, but you do see the orange gates of Tangira right past the outer rings of farmland and slums
any.
or low-income housing.
I was gonna say before we get like super close to it, any place that we can stash Trick and Blank in the cart, like have them stand.
Oh, you want to just like have them be just away?
So I'm pretty sure it's probably not a good idea to have Blank.
You never know. I mean, yeah. You could put him like just out in a wheat field and have him lay down.
I was gonna say, should I roll intelligence kind of thing? To see
you should roll a hide. No, let's see. What would it be?
Well, I was thinking like, if I think like the information like because I don't want to like because Blank's pretty of an obvious character kind of thing. Like you can't really like
can't be mistaken basically.
Yeah, that was a different giant robot with a weapon.
Yeah, it was a different giant robot with a giant drill and achromatic eyes, following this description of a band of people.
Roll hide for him.
Roll hide and add your intelligence modifier too.
A wheat field, handful of wheat stuck in a crack on his face like it's a mouth.
Since he's a robot, he doesn't really get bored, so he can basically lay there indefinitely.
So God, there's no way in hell that he can hide.
Oh no! You're getting circumstance modifiers for this.
All right. Well, no, because I was gonna say okay, because if it's with my intelligence.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Just roll an intelligence check, and I'll base off that.
For him or for myself?
For you, because you're hiding.
Okay. Yeah, because holy shit, his modifier is horrible for hide.
No. Heavy armor plus
large
plus large
plus no dex
plus no yeah. Okay, you're pretty sure he's decently hidden. I mean, as long as nobody's looking in his direction, he should be fine.
So otherwise, I could try to disguise him as a hill.
Yes, he's clearly a hill giant.
Oh no, as an actual hill.
Yeah.
But hill giants laying down could probably be mistaken for one.
Should be fun. But okay. So we'll leave. And then we'll just travel there the rest of the way on foot. Like I'm letting everybody else know. Well, it's not even on foot because we'll still have Trick and the Seer and Wolves and Trixus and Bug.
All right. So as you put them down, you still have Trick with you.
Yeah, well, actually no, I'll leave Trick with Blank so that way Blank has some company.
Are you leaving the cart with Blank?
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna let anyone fuck with it.
Yeah. All right. So as you begin to as you begin to approach, you roll a spot check as you begin to approach the city even further.
I believe that's actually not bad.
And
God, what is up with some of my rolls? It's like sons of bitches. Still not that bad though. And the guy goes quiet and makes me nervous.
Okay. Well, actually, only Varric would roll it, but yeah. Sorry about that.
make me
Okay,
roll
that's enough. Sorry.
Okay.
You do see something on the ground there. It looks like it's sticking just right off of the what's it off the path. It just looks like a little rod sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, Sparrow pointed out.
Yeah, like does it look like is it like just a rod sticking out of the ground?
For the most part, yes.
Do you point it out?
I'll point it out and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go.
Wait, I'm gonna go poke it with my sword real quick.
Can I lick it?
Alright, 1 second. You go over to it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tap it with mementos, the flat of memento.
Right, 1 second. Here.
Then I want to lick it.
You want to lick the rod?
Yeah. I'll lick the rod.
Okay, if that's a thing, that's horrifying. Glade really needs to fix the formula. Anyway.
Alright, so it's a rod, and it's actually just a spear, and it's pressed straight into the ground, and you see that there's like a little lump underneath where something appears to be buried.
Can I?
First of all, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
You do detect magic there.
Where is
Strong. It's right where the spear is in. It's like at the tip of the spear. It's strong enchantment.
I'm gonna hold. Let's. Before we touch this, let me sit here. John's going to try and identify the object.
You can't because it's underneath the ground.
Alright, you know what? He's gonna use memento to dig it up.
You don't have to. It's not buried too far.
Yeah.
It appears to be some kind of a spell book.
He picks it up.
Right.
I know. Son of a bitch, brain.
Wait, what's
try and identify it?
what's an orison?
Honorize. That's a cantrip.
Oh,
basically.
okay. I can read a magic, guys.
Yeah.
I can read it.
Well, I'm identifying it to see what it is actually.
Okay.
Since it's magical, I can do that.
You can't identify it.
What language is it? I'm gonna like ask John to take a look at it.
Second.
Yeah, he's just gonna look over his shoulder.
But I can read spell book.
Alright, 1 second. I actually have to roll for that. Thank you, because now I have to forgot about that. So you cast identify on it, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can't identify it. It appears. Well, I mean, it appears to be some kind of spell book. It has magic sealed in it. Alright. So Varric, you open it up and you read it.
Well, I'm not. I'm just gonna like You know what? Screw it. Let's do this.
Alright, roll will save. Alright, fucking goddamn it. Okay, roll second will save. Alright, as you're looking at it, and you're going, man, what is this? It is... it doesn't seem to do anything. Just a book of lineages. Tracing back, mostly for Tangira. The nobles that have ruled the houses, and some disappear and some pop back up out of, basically thin air from growing their own masses. Other than that, it's nothing.
I say we just put it back where we found it, and we'll check it out more on the way out of the city.
Yeah.
Alright, you just put it back. Do you put the spear back into it?
Yes.
Okay. And then you bury it again. Alright. 1 second.
Alright. Bizarre.
Second here.
Also, God, that is a 27, though.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Doesn't actually matter.
It's still more perna.
Yeah.
Also, I'm keeping track of the uses per day in my swim speed.
Okay.
Well, it's an easily accessible thing that won't be modified.
John, roll a spot check.
Let's see. Yeah, oh, never mind.
Your blind friend is very, very poorly attempting to unbury it and take it with her.
Yeah, no, he's like, no. Leave it.
She hisses at you and her split tongue lolls out.
Walks over and bops you on the head with the flat of his weapon.
She hisses again, turns around, and puts it up her dress, or puts it in her armor.
She takes the book. It's in her arm. Unless you do something about it.
You stay outside the city, then.
Fine. You get to come in.
What?
We were
What?
literally keeping it out here to take it later.
I literally said we'd come grab it as soon as we left the city.
Yeah, but
If you don't want to put it back, you're going to stay outside the city. Because obviously they don't want it in here. If it's stabbed in the ground under a spear outside the city.
okay. She takes it out and kind of like chucks it to the ground.
John picks
Put
it up
a-
and
roll-
reburies it.
Roll a sense motive check, actually.
You know what? Sure. And because Emily.
No, Varric.
Oh.
Eric?
Yep.
40.
Okay. It might not be to keep it out. It might be to keep it pinned and to mark the spot so that someone else could come get it later.
Again, that's still bad news if, you know.
Alright.
If it radiated magic that was detectable.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah, no, John's just gonna rebury it.
It's literally like, especially with the limited information that we have going into enemy territory.
Mm-hmm. If no one's taken it by the time we come out, we'll take it and eventually have Stuck look at it.
Alright.
Because he's.
So you enter intention. Yeah, Stuck is smart, but you can't rely on him for everything.
But he might not.
Would I-
Yeah, what?
Would I happen to know anything about it? Like, can I try and see if I recognize?
I
Oh
mean,
wait, no, you already said what it was. I don't. Yeah. Lycia wouldn't really care about.
yeah, from what you gather, it's a book. Magic, apparently. Alright, so you enter into Tangira, or you're beginning to enter into Tangira. As you approach the gates, there are several guards there that immediately halt you. Go. Oh. State your business. And any of you, sorcerers.
No.
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 Yeah, but I don't do anything with conjuration.
Just be like,
Do it.
kinda.
Cut. Oh, yeah, you've heard about it. Okay, good to,
Yeah,
good
no.
to know the word's gotten out.
I don't. I mostly do abjuration.
All right. Oop. Who dares? Oh, Chunk.
I had to. I saw that.
Chunk. Anyway. All right. Just don't, just
Bit
reminder,
for the-
don't cause any trouble. Steer clear of the Formians, and if you have any trouble, remember the Blue Lady's Demon Slayers will help you with those problems.
Okay. Out of character, I know what a Formian is, but I'm pretty sure Varric might.
Knowledge
Like-
of planes.
Yeah,
Roll it.
I'm not sure if he does.
It's a giant fucking ant. It's lawful. It follows orders. Sometimes they have been summoned here to act as workers. Normally there's a queen that's summoned with them if they're summoned in mass. Especially if someone is referring to them as stay clear of the Formians, plural. It's probably a colony.
Be like, okay, everybody make sure you don't have sugar in your pockets.
Damn it!
I don't.
Can I check my pockets for sugar?
Yes.
Is there sugar?
Roll a spot check with a -10 because you have no eyes.
So can we,
I have hands.
She's
Good.
she's literally grabbing stuff out of her pockets and tasting it.
All right. That's incense. That's incense. Incense. That's salt.
I'm trying to.
You taste
find
sugar.
a spot. I can't find it. Oh, spot.
Yep.
-10.
Yep.
It's 0.
You can't tell. There's powder in your pockets. It might be dust. It might be salt. It might be incense.
Can
Who
I
knows?
snort it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll fortitude save.
It would be good.
And she's
All right. You resist the urge, or you snort it. You resist the insane gag reflex that you're getting from snorting what's probably just powdered lint.
John is watching this. Okay.
I'm choking. Amber is choking.
You're not choking.
No, Amber's choked. Amber choked.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't
So-
die!
So you sniff it. It's weird. It's dusty. All right. So you enter into Tangira. The city is very active. It's very lively. There aren't a lot of guards around, but there is a lot of trade actually happening. This is probably, besides the refurbished Indigo, this is probably the most economically and just livelihood active city you've entered so far.
that's good to know.
It's a very happy looking place. What would you like to do? Find the marketplace? Just pass through?
What should we do? Like
Honestly,
this is
And you do spot an occasional, big ant wearing a helmet, carrying boxes, just walking around, doing menial labor.
we don't really need to do anything here.
I'm just gonna like try to get a vibe off of like just what's the dirt with like why the hell there's a ton of Formians here.
Roll gather information.
I'm actually gonna roll it too.
Alright, do you want to take the -20 on that? To avoid suspicion, or?
Yeah.
It used to be the hub of conjuration. This is probably the leftovers.
Okay. Is it super hidden knowledge to find out like why like was there like a big demon summoning thing here that happened and that's why conjuration is banned?
Do you want to roll another gather information check?
I actually will.
Okay. Also -20?
Yeah.
Alright.
Still not bad.
Yeah, still pretty good. Alright. Yes, actually. The exact reason why is because there was so much conjuration happening, and quite a few people here were conjuring stuff from the abyss just for its potency in its blood, just to harvest it, etc., etc., etc. And eventually, supposedly, there's some kind of the amount of conjuration that happened here pushed the planes closer together, just in this localized area, and it got to the point where if you summoned a creature, you could have accidentally summoned an uncontrolled demon, which would have wreaked havoc, and that's likely now why there are demon hunters here, and why conjuration is currently banned.
Makes sense.
So basically, it was just a bad. There was too much. It polluted the air. It was a bad time. It's off limits now. Nothing major happened, I guess, or nothing catastrophic happened. But
Okay.
it became.
It was getting, yeah.
Yeah, it was becoming a problem.
Right.
What I'm gonna do though.
Yep.
With that first one, or with either, do I need to roll another one to like? Because this isn't even like a huge thing. Like who the blue lady is?
The Blue Lady is the head of the Blue Lady's demon hunters, and she is not really known too much. She's called the Blue Lady probably because of her attire and her just absolute mysteriousness and shutting away basically anyone who isn't in her group. Almost nobody gets direct contact with her unless they're part of the demon hunters, and she has been maintaining operations on hunting down what's been left of the problems that's been happening, as well as starting to spread her influence throughout the rest of the country to hunt down demons for reward. They're basically bounty hunters.
So, demon hunting guild effectively makes sense.
Yep. And they do have a pretty sizable hub, like a little guild hall, but you could find it with ease, just because that's where clients would go like, hey, I accidentally summoned a dretch. Oops, help me out. Anything else you'd like to do while you're here? Buy or just sleep for the night?
I think we're probably just gonna sleep and like any just like overhearing stuff, not really like overtly gathering, but just keeping your ears open.
Alright. Once again, you heard that the Sidewinder is here, headed up north. He's heading towards the lawn, actually. You learn where he got his name, and that is he used a special bag of holding that contained snakes, and he used them to disrupt his opponents at a time.
That's pretty legit.
And so that's where he got the name Sidewinder for the snake, after tossing snakes onto people. You probably would gather his description at this point. He wears a mask. It's a wooden mask that's painted white. It has, I don't know how to describe it exactly. Like its centerpiece is detached, sort of. But it's like an insert, except it can spin. And on the top, or in between both of the eye slots, there's a blue gem, which can then spin the insert to rotate over one of his eyes. So he can hold this this gem to his eye, and supposedly it does something, but for the most part he just wears a mask, wears all yellow, has the Yagashin emblem on the back of his cloak, armed to the teeth, etc., etc. And that he mostly comes out at night, despite being in all yellow.
Nah.
Like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Alright, so, you find an inn and then decide to lay down for the night? Or...
Well, like, I'm assuming like inn / tavern.
Yep.
I'll be talking to when we get the rooms and everything, I'll just end up talking to like the locals and stuff, and like kind of just like, you know how I was not the horror stories I was spreading in
Oh yeah, just the rumors.
yeah.
Okay, it's so you actually hear some counter rumors. It's like no. The Master Tongue's a disguised dragon. He's immortal. That's why. It's no demon summon. It's a load of crap. It's just a dragon. No. He isn't a dragon. He controls a dragon. Yeah, I heard he controls two.
It was 3.
What about the elf? No, the elf doesn't count. It's just pack of wolves, whatever.
I'm just like I'm gonna buy like everybody. How much for a round of drinks for the tavern?
For the whole tavern in Tanjiro depends. How popular of an inn did you go to? Because there are many.
Just like so, I'd
Just
say
the
like
first one you walked into.
pretty much.
Okay. 28 gold pieces for the whole tavern. It's a
Me
big
too?
price.
I get alcohol too?
Yes.
Awesome.
Implication.
I want to go up to the first person I feel, and I want to hit on them.
roll charisma check.
Or you're rolling an
Oh,
attack.
great.
Oh my god! Oh baby! Yeah, that'll work. He's down. He's totally down. Actually,
Awesome.
1 second here. Yeah, no, she is down.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that's fine.
Is that how you're spending your night? Or what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna eat her out with my cystic.
Oh god.
Well, spiky tongue.
Yeah, cystic spiky tongue.
1 second here. Okay. So you're gonna buy rooms for the night? That's 5 gold apiece. So
of course-
probably 15 gold.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see here. 20.
How much is it? What's it? It's 1 PP for 10 GP, right?
Yes.
So how much would that? There's 1,
2.
Well, no, I'm thinking like for how many rooms we would need.
Oh.
I'm down to share.
Bug and Trixus have 1. You and I would assume that fucking
Emilis and John would
and
probably
John
have
would
1.
have 1.
Yeah.
And then me and Liliana.
Yep.
So it's 3, so 5 GP a pop.
And because
It's relatively
you'll
expensive
just
here.
get something along the lines of a fairly large. No, you get your roast pig because he feels like it.
That's 3 SP. That's 3 silver.
He's just like, no, I'm gonna have one of these.
So
I want a whole roast
the
pig as well.
whole tavern watches in horror as you and your dragon gullet just fucking devour this thing.
And of course, he's just sharing with his familiar who's just eating small parts.
Oh my god.
I'm just eating. I'm eating a normal amount of food.
Of course, his sword is just leaning up against the table.
I'm sharing with Sebastian every so often.
Plus, he wouldn't be eating the whole pig; he'd actually be sharing with Emilis.
Okay, so that makes it easier.
It's a little less horrifying.
God,
It's like, oh my god. Yeah.
and that's it. I took out another round.
At this point in the night, it'd be downing another
I just took out another 30 gold,
Okay, another 30. All right.
just for like a meal and a round on the, or not a meal for the tavern, but
Yeah,
like
just around.
a meal for me and a round for the tavern. I want to get them a little drunk so they don't remember in super great detail.
Oh, they're well, not in great detail, but they're gonna remember this night.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna remember, but like
Ooh, can I
Alright.
can I find someone else? Can I make it a threesome? I want to make everyone remember this night too.
Roll another charisma check.
Okay.
Stop it! Stop it!
Somehow
Congratulations, you are now the most sexually promiscuous, the second most sexually promiscuous character in this group.
Yay!
Trixus is gonna join you, and now just to top you.
Okay.
Because yeah, but yeah, it'd be hard to forget someone eating half a roast pig with someone else and giant sword, as well as that.
Yeah, as well as that. Good thing you're burning your natural 20s here. Okay, yep. Alright. So, those with good listen checks, roll a listen check.
Let me see here. I believe Amethyst might. No. Yeah, no.
what would you classify as good, God?
Anything above a modifier of 5.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Nah.
There you go. Eric, you do hear commotion outside of the tavern.
Varric is going to go check that shit out.
Alright, you see a couple of guards now wrestling with a slightly elder. Oh, yeah, Liliana also hears. You hear a couple of guards wrestling with an old man, or not old man, but more on the elderly side. And he's just like, no, let go of me. Listen, I have to get to my friend. It's an important matter.
I'll go with it.
When I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna be like, hold on, I'm gonna try to just diffuse the situation.
Oh, hello there. Could you get these imbeciles off of me? I have an important delivery to make to an important friend far away from here, and I can't be held up any longer. It's like, no, conjuration is banned. Especially shit like what you just did.
I'm actually gonna be like, I'm gonna say, what did he just do?
Yeah.
Should have fucking seen him. He opened up a goddamn portal to the abyss, and just stepped straight through it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I need to deliver." What an asshole!
Wait, to the abyss or from the abyss?
From the abyss. He came in from. I saw that shit. Flaming lake of acid and a snake woman.
I'm gonna turn to the old man. I'm like,
John and Emilis. John would have probably followed at least.
All right, so now you get a good look at him. He's about 50 years old. He's a half elf.
Since John would have followed, you know what? He's gonna look at the man and detect evil.
He's not evil,
Oh,
but like the stink of evil is just covered all, like he's soaked in it.
the man himself isn't evil, but he stinks of it.
Well, he just.
Of course I stink of it. I just came from the worst place in all the plains. Now let go of me, you.
Where?
hold on. They said he stepped through a gate.
Yes, a gate, a big fucking portal.
Can I ask him where he's planning to go?
That's private.
I'm sorry.
Can I talk to him and try to convince him?
To tell you.
So like old man, my friend's saying you're not evil. I believe him. Now you need to make me believe.
Make you believe what? Who are you? Why should I believe you? Just get 1 second here. Kind sirs, could you just unhand me for a moment so I can have a proper conversation? And then they just kind of look at him.
John will look at him. He's not gonna go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Be good
Now all
anywhere.
I have to say is, as he starts speaking some magic words. And then they immediately draw their swords.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
Yeah.
Memento's off John's back at this point.
All right. If you want to, just roll your initiatives if you can.
I don't know if we can. without.
I wonder if he can. Yeah, no.
Also,
Just roll a d20 plus your initiative modifier.
okay, so mine is 1
Should be relatively easy.
d20.
Oh,
This is for This is for Varric,
I'll let everyone get theirs out of the way because I've got to roll 2.
and then yeah, I have to roll for. Well, Danny has to roll,
yeah.
and then Danny's. Holy fuck! Forgot about yours, Danny.
Mine's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah.
Still staying alive. Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Holy shit!
Here is John.
Well, to be fair, you rolled a 3.
And there's Emelis.
Oh, shush.
No, I'm just saying, Danny, you rolled a 3, and you are 1 less or 2 less than me. I rolled an 11.
That's it.
Yeah, because this looks like it's going to be a fight, John will toss a silver coin in his mouth.
John, and then it is Liliana. Then it is roll for Emelis too.
I did. That's the 12.
Oh, the 12. Okay,
She doesn't have any dex addition.
it's true. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah,
Wonder why. Let's see. So it's Liliana. Then it is. Then it is Emelis. And then it is. Let's see. All right.
and then
So-
coin in mouth.
So, Varric, you see him just kind of freeze in place as he says this, and then he starts. Let's see, 1 second. Just gotta roll.
Try to help the old man. Wait, can I? He's casting a spell.
He casted a spell.
Hold on. Is it
Oh my god. Okay.
spellcraft to identify?
Yeah.
I may as well roll that for John, too. And spellcraft. Oh, never mind. 24.
Alright.
Probably do it.
You're pretty sure what he just cast was a conjuration spell, but it might have been an illusion spell.
Hmm.
There's there's definitely a strangeness with the way he casted that spell, and you can't tell what it is because there's a very funky stuff's going on with it. Alright, let's hear. And he is actually. He got
How many
that.
times do we have to teach you this lesson, old
How
man?
many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
Never should have come here.
Right, and Laka. Okay. So you see him freeze in place, and yeah, wouldn't get anything else. What? You see him just kind of stay there. Varric, what are you doing?
Does he?
He looks panicked, and he looks like the guards are looking like they're ready to arrest him. Again, now they're actually pulling out their weapons.
I was just gonna look at Varric. Like he was
I'm
possessed.
gonna go up and actually try to just like see if he just like fucking illusioned his ass into like a fucking
Roll a touch attack.
just
Yeah, just a
So-
melee touch attack. If you're trying to check for an illusion.
yeah.
All right, so you just go and you grab him, and you try and grab him, and you just phase straight through him.
Yep,
It's an illusion.
motherfucker. Well, I tried. So I'm gonna try to be fucking helpful. So I'm assuming like it just like does it just the illusion just poof when I try to fucking interact with
No,
it?
he's still there. He's still there. With and it's reacting, by the way.
Wait.
It's just like, oh, and it tried to evade you, but it wasn't successful. and it's just kind of trying to behave like it is the guy, but it's very clearly just an illusion, or at least to you.
I have a question.
John's turn actually, unless you're gonna do something else.
No, that's my turn for right now.
But yeah, what's your question?
When you know what I mean when I say when Varric gets loud.
Yeah.
Can't remember if that has a target or not. If like I can target them if I know they're there, but they're invisible, or whatever.
You'd have to know the square he is in.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you'd have to see them. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably have to see him.
Yeah. No, I had to look it up. Yeah, you're right. Son of a bitch, try to be nice.
Now, you can hold action to magic missile if it becomes visible or pops his head out somewhere.
Alright.
Well, at least the guards know it's an illusion now, and I was trying to help.
So the guards draw their swords. They're like, shit. Can't have gotten far with the spell that quickly, right? Search the area, and they just begin to, and the two begin to spread out.
What is Liliana doing?
Not Liliana, actually. What's his face gets to go first because he rolled pretty good. Alright, and he's just going to move. Okay, because that's literally what he does.
I love the first time I rolled really good on the fucking attack.
It's against an illusion, yeah. Sorry.
At least he didn't try to jump tackle him. Hologram.
That's why I walked up and I try to hand. I'm like, yep. Just go for turn. Yeah.
Alright, so he's
going to tackle him. Yep. Blow my ass.
Alright. So John, you hear this. 1 second.
We haven't even done anything overtly threatening either. It's like the only thing that close to attack is like I literally just go up and I put my hand on the fucking illusion, like not even trying to punch it, just like,
Yeah.
He's Sonic. He's the fastest thing in 98.
And now it is Liliana's turn.
So he's no longer there.
Yeah. There's an illusion of him. You don't know where he went.
And
I was saying,
While they're doing that, just look back ahead. Don't bother. He's gone.
well, no, because it's still her turn, but I was saying, you could do that if you wanted to.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab some chocolate I got today.
Okay.
Well, he's.
Is Liliana do it? Yeah, is Liliana doing anything?
It wouldn't hurt.
Detect evil.
You gotta be a little bit louder for God, I think.
Detect evil.
Detect evil? Okay, you cast Detect Evil?
Yeah.
I mean, there's the lingering... No, actually, he wouldn't leave a lingering odor because it's just it's just the stench that was on him that's gone now. So, nope, no evil. Well, at least not in the immediate... At least not in front of you.
Well, it's like it's a 60-foot cone, so I was like
Yeah,
trying to
it's a
see if she could like ping it.
I could also see if I can maybe fly up a little bit and see if I could spot anything.
Alright, I'm back.
You're gonna fly.
No. I won't.
Meh. Alright, so, that brings us to Emilus.
Well, she would have heard John say, don't bother, he's gone, so she's just gonna like, oh, okay. At least physically, he's like, okay.
Alright. Lasir, if you want to do anything.
I feel like she would be pretty busy.
Are you even outside?
I don't think she.
No.
Did she even leave the room?
Yeah, no, you're not even. This is happening outside. This is happening on the street.
Yeah,
It's nighttime, so you're not even there. Okay.
Yeah, she's having a threesome right now.
She's about
Actually, it's
9
more like
inches
5
deep in some random.
Oh my God.
That's it. Okay. Varric, if you want to do anything else, this is your last opportunity before he's gone.
There's nothing. There's literally nothing I can do.
Well, you could search around like you just exited the shop and or the thing, and he was basically right outside.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's more than 60 feet away,
You never know. You could find him and call him out. Then the guards might be able to corner him or whatever. But
John will put his hand on your shoulder, giving you a look when he said that.
well, how far? I have a question. How far away was he when he casted the spell?
he was about 10 feet away from you.
So he provoked an attack out.
Well, if you had your weapon drawn, yeah.
I am my own weapon.
That takes a move action.
And it
Not
would
to-
nerve the guards.
And it
Not
would
to punch.
That and you. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to punch him like that,
Well,
I assumed you wanted to keep your cover.
Well, I didn't know he had quickened fucking spells. Like, we were literally trying to talk to him, and he just just roll search.
Roll search check.
Yeah, my fucking 2.
That's Liliana.
Yeah. So it's even less than Liliana, actually, I think.
How? Don't you have like a 16?
I don't think for search. I don't think search was one of my skills. It might be.
No, I mean a 16 in int. Like you should be
Actually,
able
I
to.
think I do actually have search. I gotta go to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's here.
Oh. I mean, you quickly look around the area. The illusion is still there. Just kind of. It's now inanimate. You don't know where he went. But from what you guessed, it was probably short distance. He's probably somewhere around here. But, or he might be somewhere around here. Relatively close. He's definitely not 1,000,000 miles away.
I go back into the bar because I have no way to see invisibility.
Whoever said he was invisible. Alright, so you go back in the bar. Alright.
Well, because like there's nothing literally like for this kind of thing we can do. He just instantly runs away when we're just trying to talk.
To be fair, he was being arrested at the moment.
Yeah. John.
They literally let him go.
Yeah. Let's see John's next turn initiative, so whatever Varric's doing.
Alright, y'all go back in the bar.
Yeah, of course John's gonna pull Varric off to the side and like just tell him what he heard.
Well, tell him what you heard.
Yeah. It's like he wants us to meet him back. It just gives him an idea of the alleyway in about an hour.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll go talk to him. No, that's fine. I'll go with. I'll follow you because you heard him. I didn't.
Yeah.
I won't leave you without backup. But just like
John, of course,
Oh.
spits out the coin after thinking there was going to be a fight with an annoying conjurer. Dries it off.
except
So, after an hour, would Lasir be done in an hour?
No.
Okay. So,
With
so,
5 people? No.
so Trixis
Jesus
Bug and
Christ.
so Trixis Bug. Are you sure?
You have put Trixus to shame.
With 5 people in an hour?
Yeah, you know that's exhausting, right?
Christ. I'm gonna say that every time she says 5 people, because that's just
It's an orgy. Yes.
yeah. They're gonna have to burn that room.
Yes. All right.
That's-
So, about an hour passes for those of you who are aware. What did you like to do?
I'll let John talk to the guy because
John's just going to wander where he was told.
All right. So you go to the alley.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a dirty looking place. Like there's trash cans and such, or not trash cans, trash barrels and such, just lying around. And then out of one of the trash barrels, oh good, you're here. Did Varric follow?
yeah, I wasn't gonna leave John to meet up with a random guy.
All right. So as he sees you, he just kind of ducks back down. But it's pretty obvious he's hiding in a trash can.
John's just going to walk over and pick up the lid. He's fine.
I didn't threaten him. I just said I'm like my friend. All I told him is, my friend says you're not evil. I want you to convince me. I didn't.
Of course, John will pick up the lid like he's fine. I trust this man with my life. Puts the lid back down.
Just goes, well, you should tell him to stop being so gray. It's untrustworthy. Only untrustworthy creatures are gray.
I trust
Speaking of trust, you and your he's now just looking around, searching for everything. You and your illusions really needs to hold up to a better scrutiny.
I didn't make the thing.
But where are you from? I know your creatures aren't, or people like you aren't exactly welcomed in these lands. I'm aware of their situation. You're from Aster. You're from Asteri, right?
I was born.
Or Grandel. All right,
My father
join me in this trash can.
There was a man of gosh.
Join me in this trash can. We have to talk privately.
Looks into the
Not
kitchen.
coming out. No, get in.
I know, he's sticking his head in there to see if there's space.
No.
He realized there's not space in there.
Try your best.
Sticks his head in the garbage can.
Okay. Now that we're private, so I need to deliver item to a wizard.
Name.
This wizard, he's all the way. I don't know where the fuck he is, but if we can get all the way over to Asteri, I can get to him. Problem is, there's a lot of eyes here. I need to report back to him. I need to get the item, and that's it.
Would his
So-
name happen to be stuck?
At this point, he just covers your mouth. Don't say that word around you.
Louder than quietly. He didn't say it full volume.
I am in league with a man, yes. Now, the problem is that he is not very, he's rather infamous in this land, but unfortunately, my gate only goes to one spot. Tensions weren't that high 25 years ago.
Right.
But so you and your scaly hide, I can trust that. Now, explain what he is, as he points to Varric.
One moment. Pulls his head out. Just motions Varric over and just like he wants to know what you are.
I want him to apologize for calling me Gray first.
Alright, sticks his head back in the garbage can. He wants you to apologize for calling him Gray first.
But that's the color of his. That's the hue of his. Are you aware that your friend is not human?
Yes. I've been aware of
Okay,
that for
are
the last
you are aware that his skin. Why does he? What?
Ooh.
I don't understand.
time. I've known him for a good while.
Well, yes, but I don't understand why he wants an apology for me calling him Gray.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
I'm sorry your feelings are gray.
Pulls his head out.
I literally-
Oh wait, he's like, oh wait, he said, I'm sorry your feelings are gray.
Yeah.
Does that help?
It's funny. I could literally help him in like a week's. I could get him halfway across the country in a week, in like 5 days of travel.
Yeah, John's just gonna think about, oh wait a minute. You realize he could get you across this country in a few days if you're nice to him.
There are many people who could do that. Most of them are a bit more honest with their appearance.
You think I have to be honest? Oof.
But you have reasons. Your birth is unfortunate. You shouldn't have to hide, but him. Creatures like that. Inherent liars.
The time I've known him, he has been a good man, trustworthy, and has never screwed me over in any of our dealings.
I don't care. And now he just stands up straight out of the trash can. And it's like, oh, okay. Now I just gotta get out. Oy. He smells horrible, but he smelled horrible when you first met him anyway, so.
John's just gonna prestidigitate under his nose real quick. That's better.
Just clearing the scent away from your face, not from him.
Yeah, that's what I
He's a
thought.
caster, he can do it.
It's consent.
It's consent.
That's my whole thing. I'm gonna keep going to after the session with Trixis. That was great.
John's just gonna look at her and he's like, you can trust me.
Come on,
If
God, you got. Sorry, keep going, John.
John's gonna look at him. If I, Paladin of Bahamut, can trust this man, then you can trust him as well.
Just tell me what the fuck he is. Roll a diplomacy check if you're really looking to persuade him.
Well, no, I'll talk if he's. I was gonna say I'll talk.
Oh,
I'll
no,
talk
not
about
you.
him.
John has to roll diplomacy.
No, I'm not talking about me rolling diplomacy. If he asks me politely what I am, I would,
He may not, he's not a dragon, but it's still not bad.
She keeps dusting off the or the spoils. Oh,
And
God.
if you're nice to him, he might tell you what he is.
I suppose. Don't have too much of a choice now that you've kind of cornered me. Anyway, I'd rather avoid law enforcement. None of them can be trusted. None of them.
Looks to Varric. Think we can get him out of the city pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, I can do that easy.
Who are you? As he's saying to Varric.
Who am I, or what am I?
Who? I mean, what is kind of implied in there, but, you know.
In my line of business, what you say has repercussions, so we always choose our words very carefully. Who am I? And I'm just gonna go My friends call me Varric.
And what do your enemies call you?
They don't live to call me anything.
Alright, so he's just going to be the guy. I guess I'll call you Varric for now. But now, I haven't caught your name, big man. What?
My name is.
I'd rather. Well then, John. Can I call you John? Oh, good. How are you in contact with, the Master Arcanist?
Looks to Derek, wondering if it's safe to say. Just basically giving him the rock eyebrow.
It's more just like,
Well, I mean, if you want to roll sense motive to detect if he's...
yeah, I
Yeah.
can. How to roll that too? Or is that just a John one?
This would be both of you.
Okay. Sense motive.
He's not hiding too... I mean, he's a guarded person, obviously.
But he's not lying to us.
He's not lying. He's just... He's very on edge. Probably... He's paranoid, probably for what you can detect, a good reason, probably. Doesn't trust almost anyone. So now he's wondering how you got there, or how you are in contact, mostly to kind of background check you. And to make sure that he's not falling into a pit trap. In a sense.
Yep, John just keeps looking.
I'll go and be like, he's one that's helped us on many occasions, trying to fight this, and I'll answer another one of your questions if you answer one of mine.
Alright, ask the question first.
You came from an evil place. Do you know of the corruption befalling dragons?
At this point, he jumps out and covers your mouth. Ooh, don't talk about that either. Could be listening. Can't detect the scrying.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my hand up to my mouth, just like to make sure he knows to like not to freak out and just be quiet. And I'm just gonna like kind of like just show him like just like the very like center palm of my hand, just like and point to it like that kind of thing.
He looks at that and like, yeah, I know about that. It's the reason why I'm delivering my item.
Okay, now I'll help him.
Okay. Is it an egg?
Oh no! I'm not that brazen.
Just feel like okay. As soon as we'll get you out of the town, then I have a way to get you instantly across half the country into friendly hands.
Teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna question that he knows because it's not like it's hard to figure that out.
He's pretty obviously some kind of mage who understands magic on a pretty good level.
John's gonna look at him and say, "Yeah, you seem pretty good. I may as well ask you, and then if you
I'm gonna be
out,
like,
I'll just ask Stuck later." Well, not you.
John, you still got your bag, right?
Yeah. Always have it.
Oh my gosh, compared to the trash can, it won't be bad. But I have a way to get him out of the city tonight. Or technically, we'll do it in the morning, so it's less suspicious than us leaving in the middle of the night.
Yeah. At this point, he says, "I'm not getting into your bag. I'm getting into mine."
That's cool.
Before you do, just takes off a metal and holds up the flat of the blade. Any idea
What?
how to explain this?
The scales?
Yeah.
Appears to be some very odd craftsmanship. What about it?
He explains the process of how they've been applied so far. Doesn't understand why it's happening
Uh, and then what's your knowledge arcana?
now.
I'm assuming it's pretty good.
It's actually a bit lower.
What's your total ranks? Five ranks.
Five modifier. 4 ranks.
Okay. Roll a knowledge arcana.
Can I assist him?
Yeah.
So I roll
no, you
two?
roll separate. Yeah, there is no assistance. It's just separate rolls.
Well, I would, so he would get it.
John, you have no idea what the fuck he's talking about when he starts explaining what he think might be happening. Varric, you kind of understand it. Dumbed down, a quick way to say it is, when battles are happening, and the flow of life force is quickly ending and in its highest state, which is when it's near its end, the weave kind of swells a bit, and so anything that might happen there could have implications on any items that are there, as long as there's some magical trigger or some kind of emotional trigger or intent of trigger, like such as applying a coin. So in essence, the weave is being pushed into it.
God.
So it's being infused with magic very slowly.
God.
Yes.
I just have to say I love you for actually using the weave.
Well, of course it's the weave.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because it's the weave. I love the weave.
Now that he knows that, John's just gonna nod and sheath the blade. I'm gonna have to try something with this.
Oh, by the way, have you been keeping note of all the battles and how many? Okay.
I have kept note of the scales and what they were for.
Okay. How many scales do you have right now?
3. 2
How many?
platinum, 1 gold.
2 platinum, 1 gold?
Yes. First platinum
Did
the Death Knight.
did you run out of platinum, or?
No, I've still got a few. The gold was for exiting the siege.
Oh.
Because it wasn't a major opponent; it was escaping with our lives.
Okay, so that's 2 victories, 1 defeat.
Yeah.
So nothing's happened yet. No.
What was the name of the Death Knight again?
The Death Knight, his name was Malleus Draken.
Again, that name is fucking badass. Every time I hear that name, it just makes me smile.
And then, of course, the first death of Hordo.
The first death of Hordo.
I love how it's the first death of Hordo.
First death of Hordo. Speaking of which, oh wait, no, never mind. You wouldn't know that. You're that's meta knowledge.
I'll just note each of these. Made sure to note each of them with a V for victory.
Right.
Loss, obviously.
Okay. So we need to get to the Grand. Okay, let's just not talk. We need to get to our mutual friend, and we need to inform him of what exactly been. Anyway.
Also, meta question, God.
Yes.
This is like super meta because I just found out about my relation to my relations. Is there any relation between him and other than just, or would that be?
You mean Stuck or Laka?
I
Laka's
didn't know.
this guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm assuming that's his name.
Yeah.
Stuck and them.
Genetic relation? Not that you know of. At
Okay.
least probably not.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, he's the adoptive grandfather.
So I'm gonna be like, okay, we'll sneak you out in the morning.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have a. Why are you here, by the way? Doesn't make too much sense.
We were heading to Levon
Despicable place. Is it important?
Not dire.
Not dire.
It was more. We have a recipe, and we're going for some ingredients.
Oh, bottled experience. Yes. Nasty stuff. Doesn't taste. Anywho. So.
May as well give that a try. While they're talking, John's just gonna pull up Memento one more time, and because it's been influenced by magic, he's going to see if he can influence it a little himself.
Just like push spells into it?
He's gonna try pushing one of his basically effectively a spell level into it.
You're just... It's like trying to put a... It'd be like trying to put a square block in a circle shape, except there is no circle shape. You're just pushing on it, and there's... I mean, you can blast it if you want, but... Actually, do you have an Abjurant Champion level?
No, not yet.
Well, then no. I was about to say, yeah, you could try to do it with your Abjurant Champion, but...
Next level. He just puts a finger on one of the scales and tries to put magic into it, and when it fails, it's like, okay, I'll try that later.
Put a little fence around it.
Alright, so, in the morning, I'll get the fuck out of here. Rather travel alone, if I'm being honest here. Oops, attract a crowd. And he just kind of looks to the sky.
I'm gonna ask.
Have a spare horse or something? Actually, no. I could probably outrun that horse. Or do you have a?
Hold on. Because like this is like me asking him like, so I'm pretty sure he's just gonna be honest. It's like, does everybody around here, or like, do the guards like, can they see invisibility easy or?
The gods here? Oh no. Gods here are stupid and few, like most people. But it's better to just. Well, as the saying goes, the best way of not being detected is not being in the place in the first place.
Well, because I was gonna say, I'm like, I still have one of my potions. I could, yep, I could either give it to John or Liliana, and have them fucking fly to at least Blank, while the rest of us leave town.
Are you saying this out loud or like?
Well, like, I'm telling him, like, John, I still, like, you know, I'm like just like lifting up the shirt so he can see the bandolier. I'm like, you can, and then like motioning to the sky, like, you know, because like I'm trying not to be loud because of what he said about scrying. That's gonna make me a little paranoid myself.
Always spies. Anyway, wait. What's that potion? What are you trying to do? What's your plan?
Well, I'm like, he can fly.
He can fly? Oh, well, so can I. And you see now bat wings just kind of flutter out from his cloak.
Son of a bitch.
I'm rather quick too.
Well, no, because
John's just gonna nudge Varric. We could have him wait with Blank.
Who's Blank?
Friend of ours. Big guy. He's good at making sure people don't mess with our stuff.
That's scary.
Oh, you haven't.
He generally won't hurt anyone unless they either try to mess with their stuff or unless points at Varric tells him to.
He's not an outsider, is he?
No.
Okay.
What's I think the best word is construct.
That's a little derogatory for Blank.
I know he's more than that.
Living construct.
That could describe him. There we go. Living construct.
So, you are a thing, and you, he says, pointing at John. Oh, you're taking a great risk being here. What? I need the story. I need the story. This is suspicious.
I originally came here to find my father.
Oh, my condolences.
Oh no, he's alive.
Well then, I take my condolences back.
He's currently looking after my kids. And for your last clue, my biological.
You're a strange, big guy, but I guess I'm one to talk.
Once you leave, I might tell you a bit more.
And I'm just like, I'm not like, if you think he's strange, wait till you see Blank.
He's built, right? So he should be. Wait, is he?
I'm gonna just
That's
like,
a good one.
I'm
Get 50
gonna
XP for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna like elbow nudge you and be like, you know, like just smile.
Awesome.
So you want to leave me off with this Blank fellow?
He should keep you safe until we come by in the morning.
Hmm.
Because it'd be suspicious for us to leave in the middle of the night. But if you can fly, and if I'm thinking
Where is he?
the ocean is, Varric, you remember, you can give him better
Yeah.
directions.
I mean, would it be suspicious if, like, one of us left?
If what?
Not there.
No, Danny was asking, would it be suspicious if somebody left with him?
If he's not disguised, it might arouse suspicion if,
Well, no,
if
if he
they're
can-
not sneaky.
See, fuck, I can't fly. Can he? I'm like, you can make yourself invisible, right?
Him? It's like,
Yeah.
well, kind of. Not of my own power, but I got potions galore. Oh boy. If there's one thing the Abyss has, it's liquids that make things different.
Tell you what, John. I know you're not the sneakiest, but if John goes, he's not gonna like be like rattling through the air.
Also, you have noticed there's like no guards in the city. So chances of you getting detected are relatively slim.
Yeah. Plus, you'd be invisible if you want to go with him. And we could meet you in the morning. And that way you could talk to him as you're flying out. Say, go to equipment. Where's my potions? So I got one left. If you want to, that way you could just talk to Blank with them and introduce them.
That's a good idea.
Because we'll head out of town in the morning.
Yeah. Just for safety's sake, just let Emilis know and she'll just let her bunk with you for the night. I trust you.
Yeah.
enough.
But do you trust Emilis enough to be left alone with a guy like Varric? Come on.
I'll cut a bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Considering they have Liliana watching them.
Also, damn, Danny. I almost said damn, Daniel, because of that fucking meme.
Damn, Daniel.
Anyway.
Back at it again with them one-shot kills.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That was fucking cool, though. The way you not explaining that one, that was fucking awesome.
Decapitated.
Of course.
Decapitation.
My familiar's got decent range. And we weren't too far away from town, so John's just gonna pick up the cat, plop it in Varric's arms.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Won't be much of a help to you in a fight, but it'll at least let us know if we get in trouble.
It's a big
Yeah.
cat. Okay.
Also, you guys did get that thing cast between you, Bug.
True.
Yeah, it has limitless range, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's actually
I don't think it's limitless, but I think telepathic bond has a range, but I think it's huge range.
Plus,
Yeah, let's check.
We're not even going to be a day away.
Telepathic link. Yeah, telepathic bond. Oh, it's here.
Over any distance, yeah. Fuck, yeah,
over
you're
distance,
good.
yeah.
Okay then, so the cat just like, nope, back onto his shoulders, like, idiot, you've got range. Yeah, this boogeyman is in that room, and I'd rather not listen to it. Hands the cat back.
Speaking of which, you've been hearing stuff from your
Oh no,
telepathic
as soon
bond.
as they went up, he put a soft shut off on it.
Yeah, it's a who.
But
It's
yeah,
a bad time.
This is that is one of the many reasons I did not want to be included in that.
So yeah, but yeah, John just looks at me. All right, let's get out of here. And looks at Varric.
Okay, give him a potion or what's happening?
I'm giving John my potion of invisibility.
So, yeah,
I'm dropping the less. I'm keeping it in there because I'm going to buy more. But I'm just turning it to 0 right now. There we go.
Laka takes out a wand and just.
You son of a...
What?
No, that's out of character.
and John will down it and be like, okay. The cat's just sitting on Varric's shoulders. This is big
Well,
enough
then.
to sit on his shoulders like a scarf.
Well then, let's go. And he just kind of grabs you by the shoulder and then just.
Yep.
Alright, roll a move silently check.
Oh boy, not my specialty.
I'm gonna say he doesn't have to because running away and hiding is what he does.
Wait, 1 sec, I went too low. Oh god. Of all times.
Well, you do have your thing.
Oh yeah.
What thing? What thing?
My silence, I'll use that before taking off. That's
I mean,
good
okay,
idea.
so- Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, you silence yourself. No need for a move silently check.
Yeah, especially because silence can be dispelled whenever you want. So yeah, just once he's out of the city with him, he just dispels his silence.
Alright, so you invisibly fly. He's keeping pace with you. And you eventually come to Blank, who's still awake, just laying like T-posing in a field.
Just flies down. I see you're suiting your dominance over this field.
Ooh. Yep. It's mine now.
We have a passenger for a little bit. Varric's going to be taking him back to the Emporium.
Passenger.
Points to the
Ooh,
old man.
where?
Oh,
You're
right.
both invisible.
Oh, right. Invisibility. It'll wear off in a bit. Sits down against a not so spiky part of Blank.
It's pretty hard to find, but yeah, it's pretty hard to find.
Fuck it. Hops up in the cart.
I was gonna say at least there's the cart.
The cart has become one with Blank.
Oh my god,
Flex.
he's a
It's a
centaur. Tom.
Yeah. Oh god, no, I take it back.
Too late.
Jesus Christ.
No, you said he's a centaur god. So you
Jesus
know what?
Christ,
The
that's
bonus,
scary. That's scary. No. Ooh.
you know the bonuses that he now has because he's a centaur.
That's too spooky.
But yeah, he just heads out there. He's like, okay. Just lets Blank know the other guy's going to be showing up with them once they pop out.
Alright. He eventually does pop out. So you're the Blank fellow. There you are. Quite large. I wouldn't say that you're blank. You're covered in everything. There's like no negative space. Complete lack of artwork. Anywho.
It's more of a thing. He's got. I guess the best way to put it is he has some memory problems. He can remember some things, but his own past is a little difficult for him.
I don't understand. Who cares?
Still, he's a pretty good craftsman, and he's been a loyal friend.
I believe it. So, and then he's just starting a little bit of small talk with him.
Yep.
Are you staying there, or are you flying back?
Oh no, John would stay there. He's not going to risk flying back into the city now that the invisibility's gone.
Okay.
Is Lysier just in the tavern by herself? You guys
By
did?
yourself.
No. You're with Trixus and Bug.
And Eric's still here, and Liliana's still here. We're in a different room than you guys,
I stayed with them because,
because your room's a little crowded.
Okay.
And it smells a little funny.
A little bit.
Okay.
Alright, so. You gonna rest up for the night then?
yeah.
All of you? Alright, you're all kind of in your separate bunks-ish. You all wake up in the morning, for the most part. Uninebriated. For the most part. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. Trixus is hungover. But, as usual.
Of course, through the cat, John just reminds Varric before they leave the room, be sure to grab that book. He's like,
I'm grabbing.
let this guy investigate it.
I'm just gonna kind of like go knock on the doors and like kind of like wake everybody else up.
Like 3 people, like 4 people exit Lysier's room. But yeah.
And God, it's not like an uncommon knowledge that for the average cleric spell list, right?
You mean like cure wounds, restore or restoration? Yeah, that's.
I'm thinking of remove disease.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Okay. So I'm looking at some of the.
How did you know about my hidden rolls? I was seeing if they contracted it. I'm sorry, but when you say you have assist tongue,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh God.
Yep.
Is that 3rd level?
3rd level.
No, the thing that you're thinking of.
Remove disease. Or...
No, the. I'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, the knock. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm just saying it's our 2nd level, my bad.
Yep.
Awesomeness.
Familiar is just to plop down on Annalis's shoulders.
So like, after the tavern people leave Lysier's room, and like I make sure Bug and Trixus are both decent.
As decent as they normally are. Which to say,
well, they're wearing clothes. I'm also.
Yes.
I'm like waking up. I'm like, Annie, we gotta head over. Or Liliana, we gotta head back over and go get our big buddy.
Okay.
Same thing, Emily's. Your brother's. He's with the big man.
All right, John. You awake, and there are several corpses now lying around you. Most of them with drill holes. One of them appears to have his head blown out, and they are not human.
John's gonna look at them.
They are weird, like they're almost pig-like. The texture of their skin. They're still.
Did you say ape-like?
Pig.
Oh, pig-like?
Yeah. They have long, gangly arms, and they're green, but they're disgusting looking things.
Okay, Blanca. Did you attack one
They
that
are.
attacked you, or did they just come at you one at a one?
They popped up. I stabbed them. It was one at a time. There was no reason for alarm. And then immediately, Laka jumps up. Yes, it was just a couple dretches. They tend to, follow the scent just a little bit.
I see.
No reason for alarm. They're almost harmless.
If Blank could kill them, I could probably kill them just as easy.
Wanna bet?
Oh, Blank's get. I like Blank when he gets cocky. That makes me laugh.
Well, I'm not saying I could kill them as quick as you. Jesus, even you're stronger than me.
Who's Jesus?
It's a
Okay.
whole
Well,
long question.
no, considering our Varric, yes. If Varric's a god. But yeah, John's just
Oh
gonna
my
relax
God.
until Varric shows up. Keeping an eye out for more dretches.
None appear. They're cowards. They'll only attack when they think you're sleeping.
So they underestimated the robot.
Yeah.
It's just a statue.
They probably didn't know what it was, to be fair. They're not
I
very
didn't-
intelligent creatures from what I gather. They look very, very dumb.
God,
Especially the one without its head. Looks incredibly dumb.
my first thought now is when you said it, they attack when you're sleeping. It's like they go to everybody's sleeping. They go to attack. It's like the classic anime thing. It's like, did that statue just move? Fucking dead.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Also, you might want to remove Lasir.
Huh? What?
Well, it still lets me play with her sheet.
Well, yes.
We might need it for updating later.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if I would just. Hey, I'm just making sure.
It's so you can make sure she learns how to level properly, and then
Yeah.
I can help with spells.
Because I'm not going to be here the entire time. I'm a busy man.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure.
Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, John will just be relaxing. Probably during the small talk the night before, he would have talked a bit about his kids. And where he met them.
When Laka does small talk, half of it is you can immediately tell. Half of it is just blatant untruths, and he just kind of looks towards the sky just a little bit every time he says one of those. It's a pretty obvious tell, but he's still
John,
protective
someone
of
like
himself.
you waiting for someone to smite you.
Kind of.
Almighty Smiter, smite
You
me.
realize the Almighty Smiter is sitting next to you.
Also, to be fair though, John understood not only the divine intervention because of his faith, but the fact that we've literally had divine intervention. Not on the good side either.
Oh yeah. When Vecna shows up, oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, John just basically chatted with him about the fights they've been through.
So you actually fought one of these corrupt dragons. Did you catch its name?
Regis. As it was titled Regis the Proud. Second fight, he brought babies to fight me. I couldn't kill them.
Makes sense. That makes sense. That's unfortunate. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. They're all still contained, and busy.
Well, he had 2 wormlings with him, but they've been cured, and they're living quite happily with my father at the moment.
You cured them.
Yes.
That was possible.
Cured them and, well, shows him the helm. Applied this.
Oh, that's a cursed artifact right there. That's tricky. That's clever. I did that once.
They may be white wormlings, but they're good-natured little critters now.
Did you know that if you put that on an outsider, they might turn to dust.
That's hilarious.
It's fucking great.
If I fight a demon, I may have to try it.
Also, God.
Yep.
Like this is meta knowledge right now.
Yep.
But Varric is smiling because of that comment, and he doesn't know why.
Yeah. Of course, John just makes the motion quickly of slamming the helmet down on his opponent. When that's mentioned, like, yes, I will have to try that next time.
Doesn't work the entire time. It doesn't work all the time. Sometimes they just kind of either shrug it off or I don't know. I haven't tried it. I've only tried it a couple of times actually.
I mainly.
But then
I encounter other chromatic wormlings.
Yeah. Ooh. Demons. Anywho.
I'm still irritated at the ranger.
What'd your ranger do? Wait, what ranger?
You'll meet them when they get out here. They're with our group.
Speaking of which, at this point, you probably.
Exactly. John would be telling him, yeah, and then she taught my practically infant children to swear.
Well, why do you hate her for that? That doesn't sound too bad.
I'm only irritated because they don't understand what it means yet.
Oh, they're dragons. They'll understand soon. Well, then again, they're right.
My father, hopefully.
And everybody approaches. Hey,
Also,
stop talking shit about me. I hear.
John sticks his tongue out.
It's not shit when it's the truth.
So, this is the crazy old man that jumped into a trash can, right?
Yeah, I would have been. Whoa.
I see, we've both been talking. Oh yeah, he just looks at Varric. You grab the book. I want to see if he knows what it is.
Yeah. I'd grab that fucker.
Alright.
Yep, John will take it and just hand it to him. It's like, here.
I'm gonna warn him though, because like I'm assuming like when I had to roll to save, I kind of felt something.
Nope.
No? Okay, never mind.
It's highly magical, so be careful. I couldn't tell what it was with identify.
Well, let's take a look.
Why is my cat licking the carpet?
I don't know. Did someone spill something there?
It looked like the cat was licking the carpet. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind.
He opens it up. How to run from outsiders 101.
Am I asking? Is he reading that out loud?
Yeah.
Like that's not what it said when I read it.
Looks at it. Oh shit! Oh, he's close. Oh, there. Oh, close one. I don't know what this is, but it's spooky.
Hold on. When he says he doesn't know what it is, I'm rolling sense motive.
All right. Roll for it. You get the sense that he knows that it's probably a magic book and it's probably not a nice thing. But, one second here, I actually have to double check that because I was on the wrong page. Where did I put him? Oh yeah.
Kitty.
Lock. What do you have for your... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
That was a damn good roll too.
Yeah, it was. And you wasted it. You wasted it on a person telling the truth.
Hey.
It's a spooky book.
Yeah, it's a spooky book. I don't know.
To be fair, Amber used 2 nat 20s to bang randos.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Their genitalia is gonna look warty in the morning, so...
Awesome, guys.
Anywho.
I'm gonna like.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's on the level.
Oh.
Oh, if I can't identify it and it's spooky, we probably don't want it.
Oh, I
Well,
know someone might want it. I know someone who... Never mind.
tell you what, we'll hold on to that for right now. I'll keep it with my the crystal ball I have.
Crystal. Are you collecting cursed items?
I'm not collecting cursed items.
Do you want to take one of mine?
What?
I don't know. But it spooks me. It's like a okay. One second.
But I will take the book from him. All like because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna like fight me for it.
Yeah.
All right. This right here, as he brings out a little flask. It contains like a smoky kind of gas. It's like
What does it do?
it makes people not happy. It's very bad. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's when you open it up, it can be blasted, and then you yourself are it's like a curse. It's a bad time.
Is it like I open it up and like everybody hates me for life, or
No, more like you just hurt. Your body aches. You have a headache. You take a -2 on attack rolls and such.
yeah, I'll take. Like, is there's not like
What'd you do?
as long as I just holding it doesn't have any effect, right?
No. Alright,
I'll
add a flask
take-
of curses to your list.
I'll take it too, yeah. And evil book.
The bottle of
I'm just gonna add. I'm honestly adding it to the same thing that the crystal ball is on. It's like
Funny
my.
how the two of us have cursed items in our inventory. And yet that helm is technically one of John's best items.
Yes.
Also, God, have you ever seen the Friday the 13th TV series?
No, I haven't.
It has nothing to do with Jason Voorhees.
What?
It's has nothing to do with anything sort of like Friday the 13th. It's literally just called Friday the 13th, the TV series, and it functions like a villain of the week, except the villain of the week is a cursed item that was sold from a fucking pawn shop.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think I have heard of that.
Makes me think of Reverse Warehouse 13. Instead of collecting
It is.
Yeah.
No, it actually it is. It's Warehouse 13. They're trying to recollect the items that were sold and put them back in this vault that like keeps the world safe from the curse or like the evil of the items. Because like each item like has like a huge body count.
Oh.
Sorry for the tangent, but one of the items is a cursed wood chipper.
How many old ladies have fallen into it?
Is it in Fargo?
And you're not 100% wrong because that one does have a lot of money involved and a wood chipper. In this one, you feed a body into the wood chipper and money shoots out.
Oh my god. Does it work with animals?
No.
Damn it.
I mean,
Yeah, that's like it's a really like if you like take a step back and realize it, it's a really fucked up show.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I have. So we'll just start heading back to the Emporium. I'm getting on the stone.
Yep.
And like, I'm catching up as we're heading back. Do we need to do?
Do you want to just do travel back? Drop them off. Travel back.
Mm-hmm.
Just skip that because
Yeah.
we'll just say we're just like honestly just like catching up, and I'm like letting Juris know. And I'm letting him know like, okay, the people you're going to, they're trustworthy. They're on same, And I'm like, okay, like as I'm talking to Juris through the stone, I'm just pretty much like, okay, uh, serious mode kind of thing. We're sending a guy through. He needs to get the stuck. It's about the shit that's been going down.
Specifically, he said he needs to deliver an item.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is me being a little snide. I'm like, can you tell Dad we need to get a hold of stuck?
Dad said no.
At this point, she said, once you get back and you talk to her again, yeah, he's recovered. He's making plans again. We'll see what we can do.
Also, Juris, I know you want to hit me. Can you do one thing? Can you just punch Dad and say, what the fuck about the mask?
Oh no, he explained it. It's not the mask. The mask is just the mask is just like a keepsake. It's a potion that he drinks.
Okay, can you just punch him once and say the fuck about the potion for me?
You do get a response from George actually, because this is over the course of 5 days. It said, and he basically says, we were up against Tordo. I wanted to make sure that my only son that I know of made it out alive.
You could have warned us, or at least given a
But
hint.
then you would have objected.
You're not wrong, but
Well, there we go. Argument over. See you later.
son of a bitch. This is literally how Juris feels about me so much.
Yep.
What? Mommy, is my help? Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So well, yeah, you're right. There we go. Done. Whoop.
This is karma for all the shit I put Juris through, I swear to God.
Yeah, huh?
I swear to you.
Well, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you just go there and back?
I think so, right? We're just dropping him off.
Yep.
Is there anything that he can let us know? Like, we're trying to like pump him for information for like stuff that he can share with us for like anything that he like around this area, like because he said he knew Levon. He said it was a shithole.
He said it was a dreadful place.
Dreadful place.
No, dreadful.
Does like he know like would he know anything about the Fae?
He would not.
Worth a
Well,
shot.
actually, technically, he would know something about the Fae, but nothing that you don't already know.
Must be more of an expert on the abyss.
Yep.
Also, when Bear was
You from over the long time. He spent the last 25 years in the abyss, almost entirely.
Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
He's paranoid for a reason. It's a horrible place.
Oh yeah. Also, Daniel's trying to say something.
Yeah.
when Barrick was sharing, did he mention who his dad was?
I think so.
Or we have,
I pretty much like I had gone down to it's like yeah guess what,
so
That's my grandma.
so if
not technically she'd be my aunt. I don't know who my grandma is, do I?
I mean, on your father's side, no.
if we know that, I ask Jorge. I'm like, so if you're his dad, who's his mom?
Are
She just grabs the stone from me.
Oh, it's I can hear. I actually have this written down. Oh. Yeah, Doug. Anyway.
It's not playing.
let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's still an
I do
adorable
believe
picture.
he would respond, "Oh, she was a pretty barmaid in Fort Meredith, Mary M."
It's like now I'm gonna have to go like send some fucking shit to
Go to the map. I want to know.
the.
To
No,
Fort,
he doesn't have it on the map.
No, I want to see.
where Fort
Where
is.
Fort is?
I want to see stuff.
Oh, you're trying to see if, like how far away Fort is from.
Okay. So you're seeing his theory?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you're from up here, Danny.
Yeah.
Fort's down here,
Okay. I'm good.
and Grendel's here.
Damn, we're far from my home.
And
Yeah.
here's some water.
That's the South Ocean.
And here's a
Here's
desert.
God, yeah, that was a fun time. Here is where you can find lions. You can also
Here's
find lions here.
here's the grape soda lake.
Yeah.
Here be half dragons.
Sure.
Oh wait, not at the moment.
Oh yeah, you are from Up Valley, aren't you?
Yes.
What?
It's What's Up Valley.
You're
Anyway,
from the
What? That's You wound me. Icehole is where Juris is from.
Dude,
Okay.
Jorge was banging people from across the country.
Jorge is very. Fuck you. George is very well traveled.
ice hole, really.
Yes, there's a reason why it's called ice.
To check down there.
Oh, dude, that was worse than my What's Up Valley.
No, that's why it's called that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horrible place. It's frigid. It's the only place where you can find non-magical ice,
I was about to be like.
and you find a lot of it.
Anyway, yeah, just back and forth.
Okay, back and forth. Boop, boop. You drop him off. Gives you a salute.
You just want to go.
Rats here. What?
Okay, so we're here right now, technically.
Well, do you want to be there?
Are we going back to Tangira, or
Are you?
I'm asking the group?
Where are we going?
I really don't want to go to Drayden yet, considering we're.
No, yeah, I wanna.
I don't know. I just wanted to ask my question, and I did.
Yeah, you got an answer.
I guess on to Levon? Do you want to? I don't know.
Can we?
Or should we go see the coast? Just
Well,
straight-
Got. Okay, so technically we're at the Emporium right now.
Okay.
We just dropped him off. Like this is. Do we just want to fast travel, or like just head straight to Levon? Like we can resupply here for
Yeah,
nothing,
for the most part.
Mhm.
food and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
Maybe. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Laka doesn't eat.
You weirdo.
That raises some questions, but
He's a funky. He's a funky.
do we want to just straight to Levon then?
If you want to.
Suppose.
Sure.
We get straight to Levon then.
Are you gonna pass through Tangier because the travel time is a thing.
I'm assuming we probably just like follow the edge, like pretty much like where the edge of that mountain is, kind of thing, for like the line. So just try to straight shot the 800 kilometers.
Oh, you just want to get off the roads?
Well, like how would that increase the travel time a ton, or?
That every day you spend off the roads is about 50% more. So yeah, would.
Let's just cross around Tangira then.
Yeah.
That's shorter that way.
2, 3, 5. Okay, an additional 5 days. Get you there. All right.
So how much?
Huh?
No, what were you about to say? End it?
I was about to say, I think that's a good. I think approaching Levon is a good place to cut off the thing because it's almost 3 o'clock where I am.
Oh, holy shit! It is almost 3.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to describe as you approach. As you describe, the plains get flatter, but you approach farmland way quicker than you thought you would. The skies are still relatively bright, but as you approach Levant itself, it gets relatively cloudy. You notice quite a few people are working in the fields, and just you can see Levant in the distance. It's in a valley, or just in a slight valley, and a mist seems to almost just collect around the entire city, or the entirety of the purple city, and from it you can see a glowing lavender light coming from around the center, just way off, because you are technically above it.
It's a bug zapper.
Oh god, it's Lavender Town.
Lavender Town if it was blatantly evil.
So Lavender Town.
Yeah.
No, Lavender Town's just full of dead people. Well, actually, no, this is like Lavender Town. Shit. Listen, I didn't intend to make that parallel.
God.
Yep.
You got him to grow on me.
Laka?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
Well, because, like, that's why at the beginning of the fight, I was just like, fuck it, I can't do anything. I'm going back to the bar. Because I learned after the escape, there's some things where you just gotta call it and just,
Yeah.
And let life go on. Like, Varric matured then. Instead of, like, just push through it. Just he's like, nah, fuck it.
Yes, they are, Amber. Yes, they are.
And yes, they all are. We have Verden, meaning green, indigo, Rubrum, meaning red, Tangira, orange, Levant, purple, Azul, blue, and Marigold, yellow.
And Bedrock Keep.
What?
And Bedrock Keep for rock.
And Bedrock Keep for fucking rocks.
Also, God?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many days has it been since the last time we spent the night in the Black Emporium? Or the Black Library?
It's been, let's see here, it's been quite a few. It's been It's been like a couple weeks now almost. I didn't keep track of the time. Or I did keep track of the time, but I didn't know what day it was when you left. I don't remember.
I'm trying to keep like a rough.
It's been about 2 weeks.
Okay, so 2 weeks. Okay. So I'm just waiting, like out of character. I'm waiting for the call.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Never mind. I was about to say which. Oh.
Who did I call?
Ghostbusters.
There were ghosts in there.
I blew one up.
Yeah, you did. You fucked that shit up. And then the cleric tried to cast light on my fucking pants.
At any rate, is there XP for this session, like the?
There's MVP.
Okay.
Which I'm immediately giving to Lasir to buff them up.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because 2 nat 20s. Oh yeah. Let's describe to Amber how this works. Still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of every session, this is how I reward people for doing like RP and not just be murder hobos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So every player gets a vote. They cannot vote for themselves. And whoever wins the player vote gets 10% to the next level from the base of their XP. So like you have so for example, you have 45 EXP right now. And to your next level would be. Let's see. Yeah, to your
45,000.
Yeah, to your next level would be 10,000.
Right.
So when you win the player vote, you get 1,000. So the difference between your base and the next level.
Okay.
But if you win both the DM vote and the player vote, which I'm assuming you are, you get 20% total. So you get 2,000.
Okay.
So we should be at 47,000 now.
Some people have this thing where if you get 3 crits in a row, you die immediately. Do you guys do?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, we do
Okay.
some stuff.
Well, keep in mind that that's when you roll a critical hit. That's 1d20, and then so you land a crit on that. You have to roll to confirm. If you get a crit on that, then you roll again. And if you crit on that, it kills instantly.
But that kills creatures, not the person.
Oh
Yeah, no,
my
that
god,
doesn't kill
okay.
a person. Oh my god, no.
Oh my god, okay.
That kills the attack target.
Yeah.
You can't hit somebody so hard with your axe that you die.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
Okay.
That'd be amazing at the same time, though. Like, they explode and you explode just from the sheer power.
Mm-hmm.
The one time I used 100% of my power.
I died instantly.
And
It's like-
fucking died instantly.
You gotta go full weave and just be like, I'm sorry, master, I must go all out.
Let's go out
One
just
time.
this once. God damn.
Anyway. But yeah.
Oh yes, there's also death by massive damage, but you haven't encountered that yet because I'm not throwing anything at you that deals more than 50 points of damage in one hit.
Normally.
Yet.
You came close.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really apply to you because you're immune to that.
Well, no, I was just more the fact that like, I straight on like taunted a goddamn ballista.
Yeah, you deserved it.
Yeah, roaring at a ballista does that, but I won't blame you.
I literally, like, I told you I made my peace and like I'm doing this for my team.
I made my peace. I'm gonna die.
Like, I was making sure that that's why I flanked and I made sure to dry our fire away from my group of friends.
No, we're your friends. I feel so special.
But, damn it, now I forgot what I was going to say because Daddy's putty voice made me laugh.
At any rate, I will see you guys later.
Okay.
You guys have fun.